You know, having been a superintendent in a district with schools that were program improvement schools and watching how staff have to interact with that, it's easy to say, well, let's do this instead of this. But clearly the legislation that has been passed over the last several years has drilled us down to where we are now. And the emphasis on what we're doing now, which is really away from creative arts and much more into, you know, very focused reading, very focused math, we need to look at loosening that up and allowing teachers the flexibility. There are many middle schools and high schools, as I've been traveling up and down the state, that are, instead of doing electives, they're doing 2 periods of reading, 2 periods of math. So the electives are gone. And in the elementary schools and middle schools, what that does for children who are not inspired, as Jack said, who fall asleep during class, we're taking away the very thing that keeps them really focused on, I want to be here today. There's something exciting. There's something engaging. But a lot of that, we need to go back to the legislature and say, let go of some of this. Let us have tests that measure more of the whole child. We eliminated the statewide writing test last year. Can you imagine? Where do children express themselves and communicate if not through writing? So the issue, I think, with the legislature is they are disconnected with the schools. They are disconnected with how children learn. They are fixing things by continuing to pull the turnip out of the ground to see if it's still growing. You know, it is not. So this is a critical time for all of us in education. That's why it is important to have someone who understands what it means in the school, in the classroom, when you do that sort of thing that takes away any sign of creativity. So that, if we're going to turn things around, we need to look at what we test, how we test it, and how we have children continue to be engaged. Because if they disconnect by 6th grade, they're gone. Those of you that are teachers, tell me if I'm wrong. If they disconnect by 6th grade, we will not get them through the middle school successfully, and especially our dropout rates for our kids of poverty, our African American, our Latino, our Native American children, they're gone. Arts is a one way we can stay together. I'm going to focus on that.